What is Stardew Valley like with 50 mods? I am glad you asked, because I have downloaded more than 50 random mods in Stardew Valley, and the result is a game that hardly feels like Stardew Valley anymore. There is no way anyone could actually play the game like this, but it's extremely fun to give it a try. Some of the mods are very good, like the Scythe Harvesting Mod. Some of them change minor things, like the appearance of the silo to be like a stack of hay. You wouldn't even have noticed it unless I said it out loud. And then there are mods that do just weird things, and those are the mods I am most excited about. I am sure you have noticed, but I don't have a cat. I have a Pokemon, Leafeon to be precise, and I don't have a regular horse. Instead, I have a unicorn. Having a unicorn is already pretty cool, but I have another mod that increases the speed of horses by a ton. I feel like I'm in a race car. There are other interesting horse mods. For example, there is a mod that replaces your horse with half a horse and half Pam-like creature. It kind of creeped me out, so I decided to go with a unicorn. All of my sprinklers have changed to look like mushrooms. This is another pointless mod that doesn't do much, but let's include it, why not? I also grow coal, iron ore, and even iridium ore. I don't know why this exists, but I love it. And what is even more strange, when you harvest the iridium ore, you can get silver and gold quality iridium for some reason. Now that is pretty cool. You might have noticed that my scarecrows are shooting out fire for some reason, but I will go over that soon. First, I want to show you something else, something equally silly. This is Pierre. As you can see, he's a red dragon human hybrid with glasses. Because of course he is. I tried to talk to his daughter Abigail, but Pierre was not very happy with me for some reason. He was throwing insults at me for no reason. I didn't even do anything. But fine, Pierre. So like most of us would do, I wanted to teach him a lesson. Notice how my scythe shoots out flowers? Yeah, that's another mod. But with the scythe, I can also kill Pierre. Yes. That is great and all, but I keep coming to the same question. Why? Moving on swiftly, let's go see how the mines look. I actually have about 84 mods, but not all of them are compatible with each other, so I have no idea what's going to happen. It's like a surprise for me too. What do we have here? A giant heart? And if you mine it, you get a prismatic shard. Well, then I will take a prismatic shard, but I have no use for it. Maybe you have noticed, but I have a very strange weapon. This weapon comes from a weapons overhaul mod. I think it adds about 60 new weapons. Unfortunately, all of the weapons are balanced and not overpowered, but at least it looks pretty cool. I am now going to show you a very interesting mod that starts at the wizard. On my way, there will be sprinting and jumping over all obstacles, because I have mods that allow that. The modder tried to kind of balance these mods by making them use energy. I gotta say, sprinting and jumping over trees and rocks is a lot of fun, but they use so little energy that it doesn't really matter. Once you have reached 3 hearts with the wizard, you will unlock magic. Yeah, someone added magic into Stardew Valley, and the mod even has a cutscene. First you need to become friends with the wizard, and then you can learn a single spell called Analyze. With that spell, you can analyze items to learn new spells. For example, if you analyze watering, you can learn a spell that waters crops. But I am more interested in damaging spells, like fire and ice blasts. So the person who made this mod put a ton of effort into it. So after I unlocked the Fire Blast, I only had access to level 1 Fire Blast. You need to level up your magic skill like any other skill in Stardew Valley. Unfortunately, the level 1 Fire Blast is pretty underwhelming, as it only shoots out a tiny little fireball that does like 9 damage. Basically, I need to play around more with this mod because it's so big. Let me quickly show you some of the townspeople around Stardew Valley. This is Robin, the demon, and here's Demetrius and Maru. They are both sewn like dolls, which is pretty creepy. This is a mod called Monster Valley. It turns all of the townspeople in Stardew Valley into monsters. It is definitely an interesting one, I'll say that. So I was just walking around saying hello to Sebastian the demon and Alex, and then I wanted to say hi to Pam. Well, it turns out Pam is Shrek now. And when I was talking to her, somehow I sliced her in half with my scythe. I am not sure what happened here, but it wasn't intentional, I swear. Let's go check on Penny and make sure she's alright after this tragedy. Ah, I see you've met Spenny. This is like Penny, but she's spinning and jumping around like crazy. This mod is a must-have for anyone. Everyone needs a Spenny mod. Just look at her. Enough of the fun monster townspeople. Let me show you the animals. Well, they used to be animals. Now they are Pokemon. So I have a Pokemon cat and Pokemon farm animals. Unfortunately, the sheep and goat didn't work, but it's fine because look how cute they are. About the scarecrows, I added a mod called Murder Crows, and it does two things. First, it spawns waves of enemies on your farm, and second, it makes your scarecrows shoot out fire because you need a way to protect your farm, of course. Unfortunately, the mod didn't spawn enough enemies for my liking, so naturally, I used the spawn enemy mod to spawn a bunch of enemies because I wanted to put it to the test. This mod replaces the serpent with some green insect looking thing, and I think I tried to spawn more than 100 of them. I should have expected this, but my entire game froze. All of the serpents tried to fly at me at the same time, and all of my scarecrows shot out fire at the same time, causing a weird lag that basically froze my game for more than 10 seconds. I think I downloaded about 3 different mods to change enemies. It seemed that all 3 of them tried to apply in some way. I wanted to see all of the new unique enemies I added. So by that, let's spawn a couple of each. I think there are some enemies from a Mario Brother mod and some from a Dragon Quest mod, and then that weird dragonfly serpent. These new enemies look very interesting and almost feel like they came from the game. I also added a mod that adds more interesting horror masks. I've been changing my mask during the course of this video, but it's pretty creepy. At least it goes well with the murdering Scythe mod. Mods in Stardew Valley are very odd. Most of them can simply be downloaded and copied into your mod folder, and then the Sampy launcher takes care of the rest. But some of the mods I use don't work like that. They need you to copy the files straight into the game folder, effectively replacing the existing files. There was bold red text saying, make a backup of your game, but I kind of ignored it, and now I cannot revert these mods back to normal. So if I want to play normal Stardew Valley again, I kind of need to reinstall Stardew Valley. Don't make my mistake. There are a bunch of mods that I didn't showcase in this video, but are pretty cool. I have a mod that allows you to grow cheese on trees. There are also a bunch of insects around Stardew Valley that you can now forage, and so many more. But I didn't want to drag the video on too much. So if you want another video like this, make sure to hit that like so I know. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was a ton of fun to make. There are really an insane amount of mods to pick from, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. But for now, I will see you in the next video.